Sit down.
Well, there you have it. For those of you that accurately worked out last week that I had no idea how that song went, now you know. Crazy Cats, welcome to the Home Ground Brigade. We're all home. We've all got home grounds. Thank you very much, Crazy Cats. And as you may have noticed, it's Rockwell's Rant. We're back from the quarry, and I'm getting excited. Very excited. 2 rounds to go. The movers and the shakers, they're all kind of sorting themselves out. But I want to do a bit of a news in brief. Really start it off nice and quick. Let's go. In the Premiership, Doggy's Dream currently sits 7th, but can still be relegated. He's got a good percentage, so maybe not. But for relegation, I see there being 2 favourites. Bingo sits second last. He's got the Joyce double. He's got Cameo and SS. Now, Bingo's been annoying them for a lot of years. And you know what? I think they're going to annoy you, Bingo. You're gone. Bye-bye. It's all over for Bingo. Bingo, boingo, bango. Down you go, go. And then there's Chubba. Wow, wee Chubba. Chubba is just down. Oh, he's just so gone. He's playing Drew this week. And you know what they say, Chubb? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So you're in for a big landing, Chubby one. Massive landing. I'm going to skip the championship for the moment because there's a bit of controversy brewing down in the championship. And those of you that look at the little coaches box may know what I'm talking about. But more about that in a minute. So we'll go on to the nationwide. And look, the 8's almost set. If Wally's Zoopers can beat Twiggy, a.k.a. David Brent's Terrors, then it's just a matter of jostling. Then the top 8 is set. Then it's just a fight for relegation. And that's really where I wanted to concentrate my efforts tonight because there's 2 raging favourites. Frankly, I think it's already done and dusted. One of them is Autobots. Now, I told you that about 6 weeks ago. He's transformed himself into the shittest mob since sliced bread, and that's about it. But the second is the Mexican. He is in huge trouble. It seems as though he's just gone down ever since he brought attention to himself and had a bit of a fling on Media Street. Well, you can't handle the pressure. Get out of the nationwide. So he's got Tracy's Tiger Cubs this week who are flying. They got a wowee score of about 2,350 by memory. So I've got one thing to say to Mexican. Mexican, it's time for you to go to siesta. So maybe you can just take a little bit of a break and go to sleep because you're going down. It's night-night for you. Hey, was that good, Mexican? I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, any correspondence shall be directed to my artistic director who maybe do that. Anyway, what am I going to do now? On to the championship. There's been just so much going on in the championship this week. Most of it centres around the Angry Beasts. Now, the Angry Beasts is a North Melbourne supporter, right, who came in last year into the Safl, welcomed, with open arms, called himself Shinboner's Spirit. Now, I don't know whether he read the First Amendment of the Safl, but it says, you know, I'm paraphrasing here, but don't fucking change your name. I don't think it says that, but it says don't fucking change your name. Now, this has been raised this week. It's a bit of a concern from a few people. Now, such has been the concern after the Angry Beast started letting loose at a few people just throwing haymakers on the coaches board. If you can get into the championship coaches board, go and have a look. Such has been the concern that the Safl Executive Committee are going to look at whether the Angry Beasts need to have points deducted because they changed their name. It's against the Constitution. It might have got through at the start of the year, but such has been the level of concern. The Beasts are in trouble. The Beasts of Burden are in massive trouble. Now, I thought I'd look up, you know, Gennady. I think it's pronounced Gennady. I've never heard of that name before, so I thought I'd look up and see what Gennady means. Gennady is a variant spelling of the Russian Gennady, which is kind of the same spelling, but it actually gets its origins from the Greek name Genadios. Genadios. Now, I was thinking, the guy's being a pain. He's being a pain on the board. He's being a pain here, pain there. Oh, I've got Geary. Use a trade. But then I thought, his name is, it's derived from Greek, and a light globe went off. He must be related to the Heros. This is exactly the sort of behaviour the Heros does. He just pisses everyone off. But unfortunately, not even I could really just let the Heros cop that. So, Angry Beast, Genedy, use some trades. Geary is not coming back. 1. Cox is probably not coming back. 2. You've got to sort your side out. And you know what? You know why he's really getting antsy? He's got a nationwide grand final rematch this week, and he thinks he's going to win. But the ruffians think they're going to rough him up and jump him. And I looked at the ladder, and the Beast could miss out on the finals yet. He had aspirations of top 4. Now he's just got to hold on to the top 8. Yeah, well, it's getting real interesting. Real interesting. Now, a couple other things I wanted to mention on the Premiership. Hammer Time could make the top 4. Hammer Time could make the top 4. What is going on up there? What the is going on up there? Hammer Time is always in the top 4 after 4 games. That's because he's used about 10 trades. He's still got trades left. He's going to be in the top 4. He is absolutely flying from a score perspective. And I'm not sure that he's not a premiership threat. It sounds as I even just thought I'd need to check myself into an institution right then for saying that, but it could be. Now, Cameo, for all his worries about relegation, he is back in town. Trades left, guys coming back from injury, Bartel's back, Cameo's back. He is back. He's been whinging about results and all that sort of stuff. Don't worry about him. The Cameo is back in town. Now, I also wanted to cover off a bit of Wandana's finest gear this week, and I don't know where the hell I put it, which is a bit of a problem, Wandana, because basically it sort of goes along the lines of... I found it. Okay? He wrote a poem on Dream Team. What a gun. It says something like, Cameo King's a founder, but he's only had one good year. This year looks woeful, but he's not one to fear. That's not what I think, Wandana. It's dropped, it's slumped, it's died, it sucks, it's screaming down the Premier League charts. Who listens to Cameo? Who listens to Cameo? That's what I'd like to know. Who listens to the Cameo? And there's about 6 verses of this gear. It's absolutely brilliant. Go and win yourself a laureate for poetry or whatever a laureate wins for. Just get it done. Loving the pink t-shirt with the cricket vest. I'm looking for some comments on the clothing, people. But thanks for everyone who contributes. Need a bit more. Preferably made up stuff that one of your mates who's in the lower leagues would find maybe a bit disconcerting if I put it on the wubble. So, thanks very much for tuning in again to Rockwell's Rant. Great to have the music interludes back, especially, you know, Pussy Town. For those of you who just thought I made that up, it's a real song. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to Rockwell's Rant. And I'll see you again next week when the relegation race will just about be sorted and we can really sort the wheat from the chaff. Bye-bye now.